Welcome to the Expresso ConSciêncIA, the podcast where science meets business. Here we explore the challenges and opportunities of sustainability in the age of artificial intelligence, with leaders across Europe and global experts to bring not only knowledge, but decades of hands-on experience. So my name is Liliane. I'm a sustainability strategist at Smart Cycle. My mission is to help professionals and companies who want to go beyond compliance, those who want to integrate AI, innovation and data into their business strategy and make a decision that are smarter, faster, and more impactful. So this podcast is part of that journey, bringing our conversations with experts who are already reshaping industries so that we can see how science can become a strategy and how innovation can become results. So I'm honored to welcome our guest, Tanya Smovzh. So Tanya is an accomplished sustainability and government relations leader with near 2 decades of experience in global agriculture and ESG. She currently serves the head of business sustainability innovation products at Syngenta, where she drives initiatives across multiple countries with a strong focus on emerging markets. Her work centers on ensuring that agricultural innovations not only boost productivity, but also deliver on climate action, food security, soil health, and carbon farming. So Tanya's career spanned major institutions such as Syngenta, United Global Compact, Monsanto and Bayer, Nestle, and World Bank IFC. So she is widely recognized for building coalitions that align policy, business, and society to advance sustainability farming systems. So Tanya, it's a pleasure to have you here with us.
Thank you. Welcome. Thank you. It's my pleasure to meet you.
Let's start with the present. So how is artificial intelligence currently being applied in sustainable agriculture? And what impact it's already having on productivity, resources efficiency, and environmental outcomes?
We could definitely see that artificial intelligence is right now changing the industry, changing the shape of industry. It doesn't mean that people will lose work. It means that it will be shift from one type of workers to another one. And it's more sophisticated type of the approach and to productivity, to waste management, to water use. So artificial intelligence is a perfect tool that makes the evolution quite fast, and I would say it make it faster than, 10 to 20 years or something like that. Because, for example, 2 or 3 years ago, we could not even imagine that we could use it. Of course, artificial intelligence has its own bugs, as we know, especially in digits, and it should be checked. But all of us understood that artificial intelligence AI was developed to learn itself. Of course, sometimes it looks like I don't know, the bad films about with the monsters or something like that. All the robots will captivate the land and so on and so on. But I assume that it will be much more peaceful scenario, I would say.
That brings us to a deeper layer of agriculture's everyday challenge. Like agriculture constantly struggles with water usage, as you say, like soil health and biodiversity. So how can AI help optimize the resource management while also supporting long-term sustainability goals?
AI is absolutely perfect in this area because it could support with the exact digits how to use, exact calculating of the volumes of the water and so on that should be used and applied. Climate change is excessive, I would say. It's even, we understand it. And for example, in Spain, as you know, the summer starts in March. So, and all the prognosis shows that it will be more and more extensive. And right now the real gold will become water. It's the water supply is key source. AI could could support to calculate how to distribute water, how to apply it. Waste management, it's also extremely important. And for example, all the cleaning capacities for the such rivers like Rhine, for example, in Switzerland, especially, it's a big question for the water and so on and so on. And for example, Switzerland invest a really big sum of money to get the water from the tap water drinkable. It was a large project around 70s, 80 years in 70s, 80s, and the AI could make everything extremely fast. And of course, it requires the everyday check from the human, but it makes the work of human more convenient and more fast.
Of course, like these pressures are only increasing also in the face of climate change. So climate change creates major risks for farmers and food systems. In your view, how can AI tools improve resilience and help predict or mitigate the impact of extreme weather events?
That is a very interesting question, because if we are talking about the rest of the world except Europe, the land plots are extremely big. And for example, especially for emerging markets like Africa, for example, AI will help to develop the proper model of the waste management, of land management, of the water management. Through for example, AI could be used for the drones application, because big farms that are around 30,000 hectares or something like that, that is typical for the Africa, Latin America, Ukraine, and all the countries with the industry type of the agriculture. AI is absolutely necessary to use it and to apply the land management, waste management. So it's crucial stuff. Together with the drones, it make the innovations develop like extensively, especially at the big plots of the land.
Yeah, and also agriculture, it's not like just about farms. It's an interconnected value chain. So beyond the farm, agriculture involves suppliers, processors, distributors, and consumers. Where do you see the biggest opportunities for AI to drive transparency, reduce waste, and strengthen ESG performance across the supply chain?
ESG reporting, as we know right now, is the must for the companies, it's the must for the industries, but this must is absolutely the ESG model is developing, I would say, as we see for the CSRD directives and everything. The biggest question with the all ESG models and questions is how to ensure that the supply chain for any producer, starting from the agriculture and ending with the, I don't know, the toilet paper, something like that, all of this is produced ethically driven. The supply chain is, for example, do not use the, I don't know, child work or something like that, because it's one of the points of the greenwashing when the producer puts the production facilities into the third countries and emerging markets. And sometimes it happens that you could not track the track of the food systems and all the supply chain line. And as a result, AI could be used and make these more systematic, more sustainable, more stable, and more confident. AI gives opportunity for the ESG models to make the producers and buyers as the more confident in the product that they are buying.
Looking ahead, the future seems both full of promise and uncertain things, no? So how do you see AI reshaping the future of sustainable agriculture in the next 5 or 10 years? And what's the advice would you give to the policymakers and business leaders to prepare for this shift?
It's a very interesting question because in the time of AI, predictable is not 5 or 10 years, it's 2 years or something like that, because it's developing extremely fast. That is first. Second question is the data security, as we know. Because, for example, for several companies like ours, for example, we are sometimes not very capable to use AI, not to prevent the data leaking, and it's extremely important. My personal humble point to you regarding the legislation and everything is that it should be developed right now, because it's perfect tool that we could use for the good things, but simultaneously it's one of the perfect tool to use it for the not very good things, so to say. Of course, AI has some restrictions and so on, but we should, the legislation should be developed carefully and very thoughtfully, and unfortunately it's really a lack of time for that. Because it's the AI is developing is far more quicker than the bureaucratic system develops legislation. So that is a question. But nevertheless, it's a future, and it provides the really big capacities for the development of the, especially in time of climate change. Because let's be real, in 10 years or 15 years, issue of drinkable water will be one of the key issues. Because it's developed slowly. The Earth is quite big, and we are sometimes too much concentrated on our everyday life. But if you look like the helicopter view, the issue of the climate change is extremely important. And as usually in all sustainable educational courses that I've passed, London School of Economics Sustainability, and this year I've passed St. Gallen University, one of the best, I would say, the ESG and financial reporting, and it's really one of the best investments in the education that I've made within the last 5 years. They are just perfect. And all of them are stating that the most important is the confidence of the data, because ESG reporting directly influence on the reporting of the big companies, and but from other side, it should be really confident and trusted sources. And with AI, it is really possible to make these sources more and more trusted.
And also trustful, and also more circular systems, right? Like that can avoid some catastrophe and water consumption, for example, as you say. So, okay. So Tanya, thank you so much for sharing your experience and vision with us. Like, it's clear that artificial intelligence has the potential not only to increase efficiency in agriculture, but also to redefine how we approach food security, climate resilience, and sustainability. So I don't know if you want some final words. I let the word with you.
Thank you. It's a really pleasure to meet you and to have a chance to share my experience, to share my view, and due to my experience, I have a possibility to compare the how the agriculture works in Europe, in Africa, in Latin America, and in Ukraine, for example, because I'm talking about Ukraine because I'm from Ukraine, and right now we're in the process of the Europe entering European Union, and agriculture is a key issue with this stuff, with the process of the entering. But I assume that AI is really our future, and we should be very careful. But from other side, we should use all these perfect chances that the world are giving us.
Thank you so much. It's a very
Thank
valuable
you.
experience.
Thank you. Thank you.
And also, well, to our listeners, if today's conversation sparked ideas from your company or organization, I invite you to join the workshop of Smart Cycle. It is designed for leaders and decision makers who want to explore practical ways to apply AI for efficient risk reduction and competitive advantage. So you'll find the details and the links in the descriptions of this episode and also in my social media. So if you enjoyed this conversation, share with someone who also passionate about sustainability innovation, and don't forget to subscribe so you won't miss the next episode. So see you next time.